It's Friday, the 8th of May, 2026, and the topic for this week is End Time Bible Prophecies. Today we are looking at Matthew chapter 24, verses 21, and this is what is written. For then there will be a great tribulation, such as has not been from the beginning of the world until now. No, and never will be. Now, when you look at Matthew chapter 24, verses 15 to 31, is an account of the end time prophecies where Jesus was explaining about what we need to take note. Now, Jesus talked about yet another sign of end time, and this is the great tribulation. Now, great tribulation, he says, for then there will be great tribulation, such as has not been from the beginning of the world until now. No, and never will be. So, when we talk about the great tribulation, this has just started, and it is about hardships, economic hardships, and what we're experiencing will intensify. This will be a period of unprecedented distress, also referred to as the time of Jacob's trouble in Daniel chapter 12, verse number 1. So this is key to understanding great tribulation. It says unprecedented distress. Now, there's a lot of distress that people are subjected to. Our times, our generation, we may call it so many things, mental health and all this stress, but there will be more than what we are seeing. It says unprecedented distress, unmatched distress, something that is happening at a degree like never experienced before. So the great tribulation is coming. And he says, Jesus continues to say, then if anyone says to you, look, here is the Christ, or there he is, do not believe it. For false Christs and false prophets will arise and perform great signs and wonders, so as to lead astray, if possible, even the elect. See, I've told you beforehand. Now, two things that are contained in Matthew 24, 15 to 31. Jesus is talking about the great tribulation or Jacob's trouble, unprecedented distress, but then he also looks at issue of faith. And he says there will be time that when people will experience the rise of so many prophets, the rise of prophets that will perform great signs. Now, take note, Jesus himself points it that these prophets who are false, but they will perform great signs, great wonders, great miracles, but they are false. So, falsehood is described by Christ in a context that is so difficult to distinguish it from truth, because a false prophet can perform great wonders, signs, miracles, yet even the right prophet, the prophet, man of God, truthful one, can also do the same. Now, how do we come to distinguish them? Now, the aim of the false prophet is to lead people astray. That's why we need to be concerned when we see a lot of people following men of God, prophets who have no track record. But all those, they don't see that they are being misled. Some of them, they get to see it later, but after walking with them for some time. This should be a prayer point for you, because many people will be destroyed not by alcohol, not by chamber, not by what we see around shisha and other things. They will be destroyed in the name of Christ, because they will be destroyed whilst clapping hands for God. Yet they are on a seat in a flight that is going the opposite direction. These are signs towards the end of the times. That's why Jesus says, I have warned you beforehand. So what we see today in our communities, that there are all these miracles being performed, they should alert you. The greatest miracle is when Christ comes to live in your life and you conform to his will and take up his nature, and you are called a child of God. That is a big miracle. So what we are after, to look at people turning water into so many things, anointing oils and all these things. That's how people are ruled to follow these false prophets. They have power. Jesus recognizes the power that they'll have, in that they'll destroy many. So this prophecy has been fulfilled and will continue to wait for the great tribulation that is just starting to boil. And do not sleep, for our labor pain is building up. It could be any time from now, when time will be up and it will be over. Good morning.